Food doesn't get that crazy in England, but there are some different cultures, so you do eat a lot of curry and stuff like that, but probably liver was the weirdest. That's not that crazy, but I think probably the craziest comes from trying to catch buses. Like you will see missionaries just booking it for buses all the time. And there's so many times where we just got to the bus stop and I swear like the bus driver would look over and close the door and drive away. So there's a lot of that. I think a lot of the spiritual experiences come when you're teaching, and especially baptisms. It's always so hard to like describe how you feel at a baptism of someone that you've taught, but you really do. It almost is like this like parent-child relationship. Like you feel like you taught them these things and they've grown a lot and they're at this moment, and you really do stand in the place of the Savior on your mission. And so when you're at that moment, you're not excited for yourself. You're just excited for this person for taking that step, and you can kind of see this projection into their future of how their life will be different now. And so those were always really, really special times. Our president, President Pilkington, again, he's British, and he would talk a lot about World War I and World War II, because those really affected the British people because they were so close to everything. And something like a slogan that he would always use at zone conferences and stuff is keep marching north, and always move to higher ground and just keep going. And I think that's something that I've taken away a lot. You just have to keep marching north, just keep going. I think remembering names really improved on my mission. I think there were a lot of those over my mission, just like there are for many missionaries. But something for me is I struggled with depression a lot of my mission, probably the majority of my mission. And so it was just trying to find a balance of how to deal with that and still function as a missionary. This one time, I was serving in Leeds. It was supposed to be, like the weather reports were saying it was just going to be crazy wind. And we got this voicemail, they call it answer phone in England, from the assistants. And they said, so there's going to be crazy weather, but don't stay inside, still go outside and talk to people, but just stay away from trees. So my companion and I were walking to the chapel because there was a Relief Society activity, and it ended up being a smoothie thing or something, so we brought our blender as well. I don't know why we decided to go, because the weather was insane. It was windy, but it was also raining, and it was cold, so it was like kind of frozen rain. And so we start walking, and I'm not even kidding, like it was sideways rain into our faces the whole time. And we finally made it to the chapel, and the activity had been canceled. So we walked back home. I think just be patient with yourself and give yourself enough time to adjust. I think with me, I tend to be really impatient and want things to get going. And so I think I tell myself to let things, progress and give it time, but in the same breath, freak out and think, why aren't things happening faster? So I think you just have to strike a balance and just enjoy the transition and let it come, and treasure your mission and the things that you experience there, but realize that there is so much ahead of you, and to just take this time to transition.